Hi everybody, this is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, September 14th, and this is the news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SERoundtable.com over the past week. First thing I wanted to discuss was, one, tired a little bit. Woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to make sure to pre-order the iPhone. I was successful. Meanwhile, Lego released their own iPhone, the L phone actually, which if you drop and it shatters, you can just put it back together, which is a nice feature. Talking about other things, I announced XMX Israel this week. XMX Israel is happening the first Sunday in January 2013. It will be on January 6th at the Inbal Hotel in Jerusalem again. We already pretty much sold out on sponsors, as far as I know. I think we maybe have one more sponsorship slot. It's a great conference. If you are in the area, you definitely want to make it out. We always sell out, so you definitely want to register early. And it's just a great opportunity for me to go ahead and do this. And we charge a fraction of what most XMX events are because I pretty much do most of the stuff myself with a lot of volunteers, so it's all free pretty much. So there's not much cost outside of the Inbal's cost. So we're just covering those costs plus printing and some other stuff, and we pretty much try to break even on these events. In any event, so if you're in the area, it's only $150. One-day event, XMX Israel in Jerusalem. If you're not in the area, it's a great excuse to go ahead and check it out. Business expense to go check out the oldest, one of the most historic cities in the world. That being said, you can get more information about that at searchmarketingexpo.com/Israel. Since I'm doing a promotion, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Brisk Iced Tea. No, I'm just joking. They're not a sponsor, but just have it. If you want to sponsor these videos, send your stuff over. All right, let's get into serious stuff. All right, there was a major GoDaddy outage this week. Somebody hacked into their DNS, broke down their sites. So most of the GoDaddy sites and anyone that's using them for DNS management had major issues for about 4 hours on September 10th. I asked Google, did they do anything special? Because all these sites are down, do you do anything special to go ahead and slow your crawl? Because back when SOPA was out, Google went ahead and slowed their crawl so that they wouldn't go to crawl these pages that were blacked out. No, in this case, because there were DNS issues, Google said specifically they handle like any other DNS issue. They'll see, oh, can't get to this site, they'll try it back again in several hours. So the Google didn't do anything special in this case, but it was interesting to know what happened and how Google may have handled that. Bing has changed their name from Microsoft AdCenter to Bing Ads. They also rebranded the Microsoft Yahoo Search Alliance to the Yahoo Bing Network. Obviously, Yahoo comes before. I'm sorry, the Yahoo Bing Network, which Yahoo's coming before Bing. Not really exactly sure, but the good part is that they renamed AdCenter to Bing Ads, which makes a lot more sense. You can get to the new interface and console. It's all pretty much all the same as it was before, just with the new branding. BingAds.com. They have a new Facebook page, a new Twitter page, and so forth. Bing says it's actually new functionality, but the functionality isn't really new. It's the same as it was back in the day. Google is now offering email support for some publishers. If you are an AdSense publisher that earns at least $25 per week, Google will give you the option to go ahead and send them an email for email support where you can get a response. Publishers are going to get really a lot of money, have their own specialized reps and stuff that actually reach out to them, and they have phone calls with them and stuff like that. But if you are earning $25 per week or so, you can go to the AdSense page, support page, and it will let you email them for support. We have more information about this with all appropriate links to the various pages to see if you are eligible on September 10th at SERoundtable.com. Google is also testing some new AdSense formats. If you run AdSense on your iOS device, I don't know if it's all tablets and all smartphones, at least iOS. I tested on iPads and iPhones. There are new ad formats where the iPad app, the AdSense ads on iPads or iPhones actually show a big blue arrow in the ads themselves. I'll put up a screenshot so you can take a look at that. We posted about it on September 12th at SERoundtable.com, and I still see it right now. Google is now testing, or actually it's not testing, it seems to be live, car insurance comparison ads. So Google released comparison ads a while ago, usually for credit agencies, for loans, for all these types of things. And now Google's testing in the UK specifically. If you do a search in Google UK for car insurance, you'll get ability to actually start a quote and ask for quotes for your various car insurance. It asks you for your registration number, and if you don't have that, it asks you for your make, model, year, and type of car. And then it'll take you through all the different screens, and you can submit a quote, and you'll get some stuff back from different quotes out there. Obviously, SEOs who are optimized for car insurance in the UK are not too thrilled about this, but it is what it is, and that's what people are seeing. And this is what the trend has been going on with Google. There's a link building post we did this week on September 10th talking about how some link builders are actually asking their clients to go ahead and make the request, or at least to tell them before they make the request. So let's say you have a client, they sell widgets, and they have some manufacturers that might want to link to them. The link builder might tell the client, hey, call the manufacturer, ask them to link to you, because this way they know who you are, and they don't know who I am, and me asking them to link to you would be just less effective. And there is a higher conversion rate when you ask your clients to directly contact the people they know to link to them. So hopefully a lot of people are doing that. It seems like they are. Facebook. Facebook's CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, sat down with TechCrunch Disrupt with Michael Arrington, who is a pretty good interviewer, and he asked him some questions. One of those questions was about search, and Mark said, currently they're doing about 1 billion queries per day, not even trying. Not even trying. Anyway, he has to grow up. Two is, Facebook is obviously positioned to answer questions more uniquely than other places, because they have social interactions. And he also said that they're evolving, and it's a question they're working on it. But right now, at some point, he said they'll do it, meaning they'll go into search. And they do have a team currently working on it, according to Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. Meanwhile, Facebook stock's not doing too well. In any event, September 3rd, SERoundtable.com, you can actually watch the whole interview there. The interview does not work on your iPad, so you have to go to it on the desktop. FeedBurner. I use FeedBurner. Lots of people use FeedBurners to manage their feeds. Is it doomed? That's the big question. Matt McGee over at Marketing Land did a nice write-up talking about all the different things that are happening recently to maybe imply that FeedBurner is actually going off the grid. One is the Japanese TLD for FeedBurner had expired, they let it expire. The FeedBurner blog and Twitter accounts were recently shut down. FeedBurner support forums are pretty much dead. There's nobody activating, and there's tons of spam in there. Google seems to not be putting any more features into FeedBurner. In fact, they're removing some features. And many people think RSS is dead in general. They removed the ad network, and a lot of things are going on. So I put a poll up there asking if people think it's going to die and how soon. And a lot of people think it's going to die. I'll probably share the results later this week. Google is doing the bacon number. So there's this game called the 6 Degrees of Bacon, where it basically tells you how far off is a person somewhat related to a Kevin Bacon. So if you type into Google bacon number, Meatloaf, bacon number, Charlie Chaplin, bacon number, any major actor or actress, it would actually tell you the number of degrees off and what those relationships are and how they actually relate. So if you typed in Meatloaf, the number of degrees is 2, and the reason is Meatloaf and Chris Penn appeared in Celebrating AFI, and Chris Penn and Kevin Bacon appeared in Footloose. So there's the number of degrees separation there. So it's pretty cool to see that, and it's obviously a geek thing. I have more details about probably who made it at Google and why they did it on September 4th, which is today at SERoundtable.com. Talking about logos now, there was a Claire Schumann logo. She was instrumental in changing the way pianists actually play, and how they do it by heart and they do it by memory. And she was one of the first to do that, or I think the first to do that in a public setting. In any event, her birthday was yesterday. It was her 193rd birthday, and Google wanted to celebrate her memory and her accomplishments, and they had a special logo for her. Star Trek was, I think Saturday, this past Saturday. Google put the logo up Friday afternoon, and it went up, stayed up through Saturday night. It was pretty cool. It was to celebrate the 46th anniversary of Star Trek. It was animated in some way. You can actually go through it. I have a video which has a tremendous number of views on it. If you want to take a look at that, if you missed it, it's September 7th at SERoundtable.com, or just Google Doodles, and you probably can see it from there as well. Finally, that's pretty much it, really. There is one thing I like to, maybe I'll say it next week. In any event, thanks so much for listening to Search Buzz Video Recap. Today, my name again is Barry Schwartz. This is the search news we covered over at the Searching Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com. Just keep in mind, next week, Monday and Tuesday, I'll be offline, so I'll be scheduling some posts for Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. I'll be offline for it. Anybody who is celebrating the Jewish New Year and the Rosh Hashanah, please have a happy and healthy and successful New Year. And thanks so much for listening to my video recaps every week and providing all that feedback and listening to and reading my blog. I really appreciate it. Everyone have a happy, healthy, and successful New Year. Everyone be well. Good weekend. Bye.